Hello and welcome to the Free Pixel channel. My name is Jacob, as this is the point and click adventure game Gilbert Goodmate. I used to play this as a child. I also tried to play this and record it earlier, but thanks to a bit of a problem, I need to record it again. So I've started off a bit and gotten on foot, remembering some old stuff about it.
Many centuries ago, an evil wizard lived in a country far away. The wizard was very powerful, and his only wish was to conquer the world.
Like you do.
His name was Karn, and for years he ruled the country from his castle near the small village of Phungoria.
Fools! Is there no one else in this country with intelligence?
Most likely not.
An entire world could be mine to command, and still these peasants choose to disobey me. Who will you send to face me this time? Fools. Marvin's not too old.
Marvin? He's barely a man. What good can he do against Khan? The wizard is too powerful. He'd never stand a chance.
We've already lost our best men. The boy, he's a fool.
We'll have to let him try. We'll have to let him try.
I really don't understand this 3D opening. The rest of the game is pixels.
He
Just sort of
doesn't
seem
stand
like
a chance.
an odd thing.
Where am I?
They send a boy to face me. You will die.
Yeah, I'm with the evil guy. What the fuck are you doing? Seriously, how would you react to that? You're
And
about
so
to kill someone and they
was
decide
saved.
to pick up a giant mushroom.
It is a miracle. Look, he did it.
The wizard's body was buried in a place that has been long forgotten. The mushroom was placed on the square in Phungoria, and every year a festival would be held so the citizens would never forget how the world was saved. During each festival, a new citizen would be elected to keep the mushroom safe for another year. And so it has been, year after year, without fail, until today.
Of course, otherwise we wouldn't have a story, now would we?
I wonder if Gilbert is awake.
Yes, we seem to be awake.
Dear Gilbert, I've gone to take care of the mushroom. There are fresh biscuits on the table for breakfast. Love, Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa. What is he doing? Look out! Oh no! This is terrible! I've got to get down there.
Yeah, so the text is in Swedish. I don't know why. I tried to look for an option to change it or something. I mean, I can do that, so you don't have to look at it. At least when they talk.
It's the extra super heavy duty model.
But the other text around will still be in Swedish.
Let's see. Dental floss, toothbrush, hair grease. I can take on a whole army with this stuff.
Of course you can, Gilbert.
Grandpa's biscuits. They usually look a lot better than they taste. When I meet up with the crook who took that mushroom, I'm gonna let him have it. Then I'll have a nap while I wait for the authorities to arrive. There's nothing in there. Well, okay, there's something in there, but nothing that I need. I really don't need anything out of that drawer. It's full of Grandpa's underwear. I really don't need anything out of that drawer. It's full of Grandpa's underwear. There is no monster under the bed. The only things under there are dust bunnies. Here, little dust bunny. Don't be afraid. Gotcha. You're a cute little fella, aren't you? If you need anything, just, well, make dust bunny noises, I guess. Hop up and down or something.
Sounds great. Yes, I already have played through this fairly not too long ago since I tried to record it. I have played through a fair bit of it, but the recording broke, so I can't use it. However, I also played it through SG when I was younger.
Maybe I can make some kind of glue out of this.
So I'm going to try to play through it a little quickly.
Kind of like picking a tree booger, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. The problem was with the resolution or the screen or whatever you're supposed to say.
Hey, it fits!
You may notice that it seems a little odd
This could take
how
a while.
I'm recording this. And it's the best I can do. But I still want to record this game.
I don't remember this mountain being so tall. Uh-oh. How am I going to fix this?
With some super glue that you make in your kitchen.
I wonder how much of this Grandpa uses. Maybe a little bit more. I think I'll throw the whole bag in. This is harder than I thought. It doesn't look much like biscuit dough. More like biscuit glue. Now it's even stickier. Now it's even stickier. Now it's even stickier. I better fix the crank before this stuff hardens too much. That ought to do it. I wonder how long it'll take to dry. Wow, it's as strong as it was before. Did that glue ever dry fast? Now I can finally get down from here. That's the button to bring the elevator back up when it's down.
Except only when it's windy outside.
Going down? Whoa!
I will probably get stuck somewhere along the way anyways.
What a waste of a perfectly good tree. It says, Mr. or Mrs. Abraham Goodmate, you could be a winner in our $1 million Publishers Cleaning Home Sweepstakes. Just match the enclosed prize sticker to the enclosed prize chart and use the enclosed prize spinner wheel to see if you're the lucky man or woman. Then fill out our quick and easy prize acceptance and liability negation forms, and you could be a winner. At the very bottom it says, no purchase necessary to enter, a large purchase necessary to claim any prize. Contest void where prohibited by law, but don't bother checking, please.
Of course.
Hello in there. Okay.
Perhaps with a strap in dark blue instead. Gilbert, I need to talk to you. Your grandfather's in terrible danger.
Danger? What?
The sheriff is planning to have your grandfather executed.
Executed? But it wasn't his fault.
Your grandfather swore an oath to protect the mushroom with his life. The people in the court, Gilbert, they demanded that your grandfather pay with his life.
And you let your father agree to this?
He didn't want to, but they accused him of causing the theft, saying it was his fault for trusting the mushroom to a foolish old man. Those were their words, Gilbert. You know I don't think of your grandfather that way. They even tried to blame the sheriff for being away when it happened, but it was my father who sent him to the forest looking for poachers. They said someone had to pay, and it was either your grandfather or my father, the king.
So who did you vote for?
It wasn't an election, Gilbert. Of course I argued against it, but no one was willing to listen, least of all my father. He may be a kind man, but he's not a very brave king. When the sheriff agreed your grandfather should be executed, my father went pale and said nothing. Now he's locked himself in his chambers and refuses to see anyone.
Well done.
It's time for you to assume the throne.
And rule as queen? I'm
Yeah,
afraid
sure,
this
why
land
not?
isn't ready for that yet. In 4 years, if all goes according to my plans. But that's beside the point. Your grandfather needs our help now, not 4 years from now.
But who's going to stop the execution?
You are. With my help, of course.
How?
You're going to dress up like the king and show up this evening to stop the execution.
I am?
Here, take this. It has a picture of my father on it.
What is it?
It's this silly collector's card my father gave me. There's a set of cards out there called The Great Kings of History, and my father was disappointed he didn't qualify, since it only covers kings from the past. So he had a new series of cards made just for him.
The great kings of our history to be. I don't look anything like the king.
Well, I guess you'll need a bigger nose, and some sort of robe or cloak. You'll need to gain some weight, too, or at least look bigger. You'll definitely need a crown.
Nothing about the
okay.
facial hair.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to
The
make
facial
sure my
hair is
father
on
stays in
point.
his room this evening. and plan how I'm going to break the news to him when he does come out.
Okay. I gotta go.
I'll have a new pair ready by tomorrow morning.
Oh, there's no hurry, Saul. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll be fine. And thank you.
So, what is the PVA?
It's the reason you've been able to lead a free and happy life, my boy.
I have?
Haven't you ever heard of the PVA?
No.
Pale volcanic ash?
No, Gilbert. The Phungorian Volunteer Army.
We have a volunteer army?
It's the only reason we haven't been invaded by the Viking hordes.
But I thought we were at peace with the Vikings.
That's what they want you to think. But we know better than to trust those horny helmeted barbarians. The
Of course you would
Phungorian
do.
Volunteer Army wasn't fooled by that phony peace agreement, no siree. According to our intelligence reports, the Vikings are planning a massive invasion. We believe that the peace agreement was an attempt to trick us into letting our guard down.
But that peace agreement was signed over 50 years ago.
54 years, 3 months, and 23 days, to be exact. But the PVA sees right through their trickery. Believe you me, in 54 years, we've had time to go over the data, and it's rock solid.
Of
The
course.
Vikings may seem peaceful enough, but it's just an act. Deep down inside, they've been planning, strategizing, mobilizing, and preparing for an all-out, full-blown, brutal, ugly war.
Do you have any Viking footwear for sale?
I most certainly do not.
So how many volunteers are in the PVA?
Surprisingly few, when you consider what an effective deterrent we've been.
So how many people do you have? Thousands?
Well, no, not quite thousands.
Hundreds?
Hundreds? No, not hundreds.
Dozens? How small is this army?
Well, there are 3 of us,
3?
but we're all highly trained.
How are you gonna hold off an invasion with only 3 people?
Well, actually, we aren't 3 people, exactly.
You mean you're even smaller than that?
No, what I mean is, well, one of our members isn't exactly a people-type person. He's kind of, well, a sock.
A sock?
Yes, a sock.
Meet Sock. He says, "Don't worry, Gilbert, for I, the mighty Sock, fearless wool warrior, am standing guard against the Viking hordes."
A sock?
Yes, a
Sock
sock.
says, "Don't be fooled by my small stature, for I possess the mind of a military genius."
Oh, of course he does.
In
Yes.
addition to being our main strategist, Sock is also the head of our intelligence division, and an expert martial arts instructor, I might add.
Do you have anything in a size 10?
Size 10. Yep, I think I have something. What kind of shoes are you looking for?
Got any cowboy boots, partner?
For gunfighting or horse riding?
Cowgirl chasing.
I think you'd be better off with running shoes.
Do you have any pretty ballet slippers?
I didn't know you were a dancer, Gilbert. Would you like me to make you a pair?
I'm not a dancer, I was just asking.
You sure ask a lot of questions.
I have an inquisitive personality.
Anything else?
Steel-toed, steel-shanked, steel-heeled work boots?
Just sold my last pair to Vandersteen the other day.
How about some military boots?
Like your mama used to wear?
I didn't know she wore military boots.
It's an expression, Gilbert. But yes, I have military boots. They're standard issue when you join the PVA.
I'm not really looking. I was just curious. What are you doing?
Making shoes.
Did you see what happened to my grandfather?
What happened to your grandfather?
Saul, the mushroom was stolen and the sheriff hauled my grandfather away.
Really? Sock, did you know that? Sock says yes. I saw the mushroom get stolen. And I know who did it, too.
Who?
He says a human did it.
Any
It
idea
was
which
the
one?
sock.
Sock says, "Sorry, you people all look alike to me."
That's
And the
BC
thief was
Shelby.
wearing a disguise.
So you didn't see what happened to my grandfather?
That's not very nice, Sock.
What did he say?
He's in a bad mood today, I'm afraid. I think he's feeling lonely, but he won't admit it.
How can he be lonely? There are lots of people around.
That's just it. Lots of people, but no socks. I think he's longing for a female companion.
A female sock.
A nice soft cotton one, preferably.
Of course.
So who's the third PVA member?
That would be Pete Federsky, our bombardment specialist.
You mean Crazy Pete?
His passionate devotion to defending Phungoria is largely responsible for delaying the Viking invasion all these years.
So
Of
it's
course
just
it is.
you, Crazy Pete, and that sock?
His name is Sock, not that sock. Make it sound like he's some sort of footwear.
When do you think the Vikings are going to invade?
It could happen any day now. In fact, intelligence reports indicate that Viking spies have set up a watchtower in the forest, undoubtedly to gather their own intelligence in preparation for the invasion. I tell you, Gilbert, those Vikings are up to no good.
Why would the Vikings want to invade Phungoria?
Because they're Vikings. Invading is just what Vikings do.
Oh, sounds like they haven't been
True.
themselves for 54 years then.
Well, unlike a certain young whippersnapper, I was there 54 years ago when they signed the truce. And I remember what it was like when the Vikings weren't so sneaky with their invading. The Phungorian Viking War was no picnic. But just because they act friendly today doesn't mean they're not planning an invasion. In fact, it makes their planned invasion even more obvious.
Of course it
Nice
does.
sewing machine you got there.
Yes, it's a special heavy-duty industrial strength sewing machine.
What can it do?
Well, it can sew just about anything. The sewing needle was made by a Japanese swordmaster. It can punch through 4 inches of leather without breaking.
Wow.
It's also constructed of very strong materials. Even the dry belt is extra strong. In all the years I've been making shoes, I've never had to replace that belt.
Of course you haven't.
Bye, Saul.
Bye, Gilbert.
What the shitty thing, grin.
Something wrong, Gilbert?
No, I'm okay. So, this generosity potion, does it really work?
Well, I've sold so many bottles. If it didn't,
Well, how many bottles did
Maybe.
you sell?
well, I prefer not to give out that type of information. But I tell you, I sold lots.
Lots?
Lots and lots.
Lots and lots and lots?
Lots and lots and lots and lots. And lots.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Who's in charge of your ad campaign?
Would you like my poster?
Those posters don't make me feel generous.
Would you like to feel generous?
Does it hurt?
Are you unusually stingy, cheap, or possessive?
I don't think so.
Well, it shouldn't hurt too much then.
I want to buy a bottle.
Now you're talking. But I'm afraid I don't have any bottles left to sell.
What about that bottle on your counter?
That's my last one. If I sell that bottle, I won't have any product left to demonstrate.
If you don't have any product to sell, why do you need a product to demonstrate?
How about a demonstration then?
Well, I can't just let you try the product or you wouldn't need to buy it.
Couldn't you just demonstrate it on yourself?
Well, yeah, I could, but then I'd be so generous I might just give the potion away.
It works that well?
You bet.
I don't believe you. There's no way any potion could do that.
Well, I'll prove it to you. But first, I need to know that you're not going to take the potion away from me.
Of
Would you
course.
sign a contract?
I guess so.
Good. Now all I need is something to write with, and something to write the terms of the contract on.
What is it you need for that contract again?
Something to write with and something to write on.
Hi, Barry. How's business?
It's been great. I sold almost all my stuff.
It's that good?
Good. This stuff is great.
What does it do?
You mean like taste good, cure baldness, treat hangnails, drive warts, and remove stubborn stains?
It'll do all that?
No, but it'll make you feel really generous.
Just how generous could this potion make me feel?
Really generous.
Really, really generous?
Really, really, really generous.
Really, 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 really generous?
Look, just take my word for it.
I gotta go.
Come back anytime.
Of course.
Why are you so sad?
My dad gave me some money.
Well, at least he didn't give you a kick in the pants.
My dad would never try to hurt me. He's an environmentalist.
What difference does that make?
Well,
Yeah, good
I'm part of the
question.
environment too, you know.
Well, you don't look like you've been reduced, reused, or
Good
recycled.
point.
My dad takes good care of me. He even gave me money to buy anything I wanted.
That doesn't sound so bad.
He gave me just enough money to spend, and I wanted to get something good with it.
A present for your brother?
I'm an only child.
A present for your mom?
No,
A present for your sister?
I don't have a sister.
Well, what did you want to get?
A double elastic, wide-angle fork, ultra-accurate, super deluxe slingshot.
Cool!
But all I got was this crummy fake nose.
I can use that.
Well, what do you need a super deluxe slingshot for?
Billy and Willie and Joey and me are having a slingshot showdown tomorrow, and they'll all have super deluxe slingshots. If I don't get a super deluxe slingshot, I'm gonna lose for sure.
So what if you lose? Winning isn't everything.
So what? The loser has to kiss Sally Mercer at the Mushroom Festival dance. I don't want to kiss no crummy girl.
You wouldn't win anyway.
I sure would. I'm a much better slingshot shooter than Billy or Willie or Joey. But no one can beat a super deluxe slingshot with just a plain old normal slingshot.
Of course
You
not.
could sabotage their slingshots.
What does that mean?
You know, break their slingshots while they're not looking, so they won't work as well.
Well, that's not very nice. Besides,
Well,
they never
that's
let
the
go of their
point.
super deluxe slingshots. They even sleep with them.
Isn't there something else you could do instead?
We were gonna see who could get Crazy Pete to fire his cannon the most times, but that's too easy. It used to take some skill to trick Crazy Pete into pulling the trigger, but now he's all paranoid that the Vikings are gonna invade. All you have to do is say, look, there's a Viking ship, and he'll shoot. There's no fun in that.
You sure you don't have any money left?
It's all gone.
You sure you don't have any money?
I'm real sure.
Come on, you must have some money left on you.
No.
So, you're saying you don't have any money then?
No, I don't!
Well, okay. But you better not be hiding any change in your socks.
That stupid toy machine wouldn't give me the super deluxe slingshot anyway.
Is there anything I can do?
Do you have a super deluxe slingshot?
No.
Do you have enough money to buy everything in that toy machine?
No.
Is your hand small enough to reach up in the toy machine slot
No.
and pull the super deluxe slingshot out?
Probably not.
Then there's nothing you can do.
So, where is your dad anyway?
We live on a farm outside the city. Dad's busy taking care of Lulabelle.
Who's Lulabelle?
She's our pig, a real nice one. She's won all kinds of awards.
So, why is your dad an environmentalist?
I don't know. He's a farmer. That's pretty environmental. And he reads a lot of environmental magazines. Harold's Harrows, Popular Farm Implements, Recycler's Digest, The Dirty Gardener.
Well, he does sound very environmental.
Well, he is. Some people have a green thumb. My dad's pretty much all green.
I'm Gilbert Goodmate. Who are you?
Tommy Strawmusket. My dad's Guilford Strawmusket, the most famous farmer in the whole world.
Famous?
Well, Dad doesn't like people bothering him at the farm all the time, so he keeps his fame a secret.
Of course he does.
Okay,
Because the
well,
fame is
I have
something
to
you
go.
can
Bye,
keep
mister.
a secret from everyone.
The wind and rain must have loosened that stone. Even with my incredible strength, I don't think I could push that stone over the edge by myself. Look! A Viking ship!
I knew it. They're on the attack. Where are they?
I've lost sight of them.
Dang blasted. I can't believe we let them get away like that. Slippery Scandinavians. Papa Victor Alpha Charlie.
Screw you
This is
too,
Papa
buddy.
Victor Alpha Bravo. Enemy vessel sighted with no contact made. Enemy vessel has evaded. I say again, the enemy is no longer in sight. Will advise if situation changes. Out.
Look! There's that Viking ship again!
You won't get away from me this time, you filthy marauders. You didn't think old Pete would still be on duty, did ya? I'm gonna send you to the bottom of the bay. Where'd they go, Gilbert? Where'd they go?
I don't know, Pete. They just disappeared.
They must be hiding in a trough of a wave. Funny, the sea still looks so calm from up here. Don't worry, Gilbert. I'll spot them. They're not gonna get away. Not on my watch, they're not. Papa Victor Alpha Charlie. This is Papa Victor Alpha Bravo. Enemy vessel seems to have pulled back. Out.
You sure drink a lot of pop.
Well, a man can't defend the coast on pizza alone.
You sure eat a lot of pizza.
It's almost all I eat, especially since the Meow Chow closed down 3 years ago. I sure miss their Oriental Surprise Guy Q special.
You've been eating nothing but pizza for 3 years?
Well, I get the occasional sandwich delivered, and sometimes Saul will bring peanut butter cookies and a can of sardines to share. But I wouldn't mind eating pizza all the time. I love my za.
Looks like you've been up here for a while.
Well, someone has to defend our coast. I used to be part of an elite coastal defense unit, but all the other members moved away during the Great Flood. I was on watch the night the waters receded. You could say I've been waiting for the next watch to arrive ever since. I didn't mind so much at the time. That morning they baptized Princess Michelle, and I had the best view of the procession in all of Phungoria.
But that was over 18 years ago.
Yep, but it's been a very long watch.
Nice cannon.
Isn't she, though? I ordered her from Johnson & Smith's Furniture and Gun Kits catalog. Took me 6 days to put her together, a full 2,317 parts, not counting all the nuts and bolts.
Wow.
You think that's impressive? You should see what this baby can do. She'll pump out cannonballs at the rate of 8 rounds per minute. And with her integrated cooling system, she can maintain that rate of fire as long as necessary. She has a 15-round magazine and an automatic reloader. I don't even have to measure the powder. I just dial in the distance, pull the trigger, and off she goes. She's even got a recoil suppression, so I don't waste any time getting back on target.
That is impressive. Do you get to fire the cannon often?
Not as often as I'd like, but a target presents itself often enough to keep her from losing the taste of battle. The Vikings are planning a large invasion, so I don't dare let my aim get rusty.
So what do you shoot at?
Why, the Viking scout ships, of course. We can't let them return home after reconnoitering our coastal defenses.
We have coastal defenses?
You're looking at him.
Huh.
What if a Viking ship reaches the town?
With me and my cannon on watch? Impossible.
But what if they did?
Then I'd slice them all into Viking slivers with my sword.
Pete, the Viking ship!
Vikings! I see them, Gilbert! Oh, they thought they could get away, did they? I'm going to sink them. I'm going to... Look at the splashes, Gilbert. The power of my cannon will sink them for sure. Her cannonballs are going to tear the wimpy little long ship to shreds. Hear my cannon, you dirty Vikings! She's going to blow you out of the water! This is my town, Vikings! I'm going to set your ships on fire! Your filthy chest hair is going to burn! I don't see them, by golly, Gilbert. I must have sunk them. I sunk those dirty Vikings so fast I didn't even get to watch them drown. Did you see anything, Gilbert?
No. It all happened so fast.
I told you she'd sink them. What a cannon! What a battle!
Seen any Vikings lately?
Not for almost a week now. I swear those bearded devils are up to something.
Hey, look, a Viking shoots the cannon. Hey, have you seen any Vikings lately? No, not for a week.
She? How do you know your cannon's female?
Isn't it obvious? She has a long and curvaceous body. Her temper scatters sailors by the dozens. And she has a firm grip on 15 balls.
You don't know many real women, do you?
I don't get many female visitors up here, no. But there are plenty of pictures in the Johnson & Smith Furniture and Gun Kit catalog.
Uh-huh.
See you later, Pete.
Watch out for the Vikings, Gilbert.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
It feels heavy. A good strong sword.
Looks like I demolished the toy machine. Hey, Tommy! Tommy! Go ahead and take the slingshot. No, I won't tell anyone if you won't.
Thanks, mister.
There are too many pieces. I don't think I could put it back together again.
It wasn't... No. Come on now.
Hey, a bottle of soap bubbles. Better grab that too. I love free samples. I made a sock puppet. Hey, Saul, guess what?
What?
I found a female sock.
Well, I'll be... What's that? Okay, I'll introduce you. What's her name?
Sockette.
Yes, that is a sexy name, isn't it? He says, "Hi, Sockette." Oh boy, I don't think I'd better repeat that. I think you'd better continue this conversation in private. Well, thanks a bunch, Gilbert.
No
that
problem.
was really nice of you. In
Sure.
fact, I want to give you something. Why don't you take these nice warm slippers?
Thanks.
Don't mention it. It's the least I can do.
Of course.
I don't think I can catch him. Hello, old man.
Well, hello, Gilbert.
What's that song you're whistling?
It's "My heart belongs to the sea, so how am I supposed to pump any blood through my body now?" It's a very famous song by Ludwig van Blothengasten, the composer.
Nice carving.
Thanks. You know, I tried to carve other things, like a little toy soldier riding a horse,
Well, that's
and
nice.
a miniature cannon for Crazy Pete. But they just never turn out. These pipes are about the only thing I can make. It's a
That's
good
sad.
thing Guilford Straw Musket wears them out so fast. He's the only one who buys them.
Do you ever go fishing anymore?
No, not any longer. These old bones are too tired, and I can't enjoy the catch anyway. My stomach isn't what it used to be.
Do you miss the sea?
Don't have to, Gilbert. I head out to the sea every day, in my memories.
Well, that's really sad.
Do you know anything about the mushroom thief?
No, but I did see something strange this morning.
A suspicious-looking character sneaking around the docks, talking to himself and looking to rent a boat?
Yes, he was speaking to the man who owns the boats lying in the harbor. How did you know?
Just a lucky guess. Nice pocket knife.
Yep, a fine knife it is. I had this knife since I was a young man. It even saved my life once.
Well, I am going to steal
Can
it.
I have that knife?
Sorry, Gilbert. It means too much to me. And I need it to carve my pipes with.
Poor
Can
old
you tell
man.
me a good fishing story?
You know I can. But let me tell you a different story. I don't think I've ever told you this one before. It's about a pirate treasure.
Pirates? Treasure?
You never heard of the treasure of Bearded Bart the Blasphemer?
Bearded
No,
Bard?
I haven't.
Yep, the Blasphemer. They say he had a mouth on him that could make even the saltiest old roughneck blush like a wee little girl. Never was there a day, they say, when Bearded Bart didn't make everyone around him feel like they were 2 inches tall. He was the most irreverent pirate that ever sailed the 7 seas.
Well done.
Was he mean?
Meaner than any other man who ever breathed the salt sea air.
Was he cruel?
Crueler than any other man who ever stepped from dock to deck.
Did he wear a patch?
No, but they say he always carried one, just in case.
Makes sense if you're a pirate.
What about
I
the
guess.
treasure?
That blasphemous Bearded Bart had been a pirate captain for only a year when he learned of a ship that would be transporting an unimaginable treasure. No one knew exactly what the treasure was, mind you, except that it was a gift from the Emperor Hakimoto to the Queen of Greater Palmador. Well, Bearded Bart set out to intercept that treasure, and he almost did. But the captain of the treasure ship saw him a-coming. Yep,
Realizing there was no way he could outrun that pirate ship, the captain went with a landing party to hide the treasure on a nearby island. When he returned to his ship, it was already under attack.
What happened next?
The pirates eventually boarded the ship, failed to find any treasure aboard, and massacred the entire crew.
What about Bearded Bart?
He got a cannonball right in the teeth. He died exactly as he lived, shooting off his mouth.
How did he become a pirate?
Yeah, well, he started out selling encyclopedias. Then one day he was a passenger on a sailing ship that was attacked by a band of ruthless pirates. The story goes that he gave off such a string of curses, it stopped the pirates cold in their tracks. Being a democratic bunch, they immediately held a vote to replace their much less verbally capable captain. From then on, he was known as Bart the Blasphemer.
What about the bearded part?
Oh, well, that got added a few weeks later. Haven't forgotten his shaving kit behind.
Well done.
Bye.
Bye, Gilbert.
That must have been a pretty huge shark.
Shark? Those aren't shark's teeth, Gilbert. Those teeth are from a giant pufferfish.
A giant pufferfish?
Yep, they're very rare.
How did you catch a giant pufferfish?
Luck, mostly. I used jumbo shrimp for bait.
Hello, old man.
Well, hello, Gilbert.
Know any other good stories?
I know lots of stories. But I'm feeling a bit tired now, Gilbert. Maybe I can tell you them some other time.
Okay.
Sure thing, older man.
Bye.
Bye, Gilbert.
Have some nice sleep.
Are you an encyclopedia salesman?
Do I look like an encyclopedia salesman?
Sort of.
I guess not. Are you a tax collector?
Do I look like a tax collector?
Sort of.
Maybe just a little. Are you an escaped convict?
No.
Have you ever been in prison?
Technically speaking, yes, but I've never been arrested.
Are you selling stolen watches?
No,
You don't have a dozen expensive-looking watches hanging on the inside of that overcoat?
not today. Sorry.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
Are you a drug dealer?
No. I mean, I can get you what you need.
I don't do drugs.
What's the matter? You don't think I've got the stuff? Hey, man, I can get you the real good poop.
Poop?
Or shit if you prefer.
No thanks. Wait a minute! You're a secret agent, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm a drug dealer.
You don't look like a drug dealer. That overcoat, those shoes, that hat.
I mean,
You are definitely a secret
that's
agent.
sort of how
Okay, bud,
drug
you got me.
dealers look
I'm Agent
as
Hammer
well.
with the PBI.
Sometimes.
Hammer?
Yeah, Armand Hammer. You have a problem with that? Look, it's a good, clean name.
What crime are you investigating?
The possible trafficking of a controlled substance. We have reason to believe there was a large shipment out of Phungoria earlier today.
What controlled substance?
Our sources indicate it was a fungus of some kind.
You mean the mushroom of Phungoria? I didn't know it was a controlled substance.
Our best information is that the mushroom has certain, unusual properties.
What about the little green men?
What little green man?
Aha! I knew there was a cover-up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't have to deny it. I already know the truth.
Indeed.
So, are you going to catch the mushroom thief?
It's too early in our investigation to make any solid predictions, but we will certainly do everything in our power to see that justice is served.
I bet you guys have a special group feeding the public lies to cover up the truth about the little green men.
You mean Disinformation Team Bravo Sierra?
Yeah,
Doesn't
exactly.
exist.
You
I
say
don't
it
believe
doesn't
you.
exist. So then it must, unless you're trying to trick me into thinking it exists when it doesn't.
Stop being a
You don't fool me, mister.
theorist,
Believe whatever you want.
Gilbert.
I do that all the time.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Me neither.
Are you connected with the PVA?
No. We operate apart from any military government or royal control.
So, then who controls the PBI?
I'm afraid that information is classified.
Come on, you can tell me.
If I did, I'd have to kill you.
On second thought, I'm not really interested. Why did you say you're a drug dealer?
Because I'm operating undercover.
As a drug dealer?
We try to select a profile that will provide us with the most opportunities to solve the case. A drug dealer was the perfect disguise, considering the nature of the crime we were investigating.
So you're a spy.
We prefer to call ourselves covert operatives performing clandestine missions in the zone of operations in order to collect information and use it to solve a crime.
Which means you're a spy, right?
Well,
Yes,
it says undercover agent on my business card.
and that means spy.
What do the letters PBI stand for?
The Phungorian Bureau of Investigation.
Never heard of it.
You were meant to. Very few people know we exist. It's a lot easier for us to operate that way.
Makes sense.
Would you give your life for your country?
Yes, but only if necessary.
Would you give your life for, say, a small town?
If it was within my zone of operations at the time, sure.
Would you follow me around and be my bodyguard and give your life for me?
I wouldn't count on it.
How sad.
If the PBI is so secret, how did you become an undercover agent?
You know those correspondence courses advertised on the back of matches?
You mean like the Phungorian Institute for Late-in-Life Learning?
Yes. Well, I took an undercover agent correspondence course. Those of us who did well in the course were secretly contacted by the PBI and given the choice to enlist.
What if you said
Well,
no?
that's nice.
That wasn't one of the choices.
Well, that's less nice.
You look suspicious to me.
Why? Is my mustache falling off?
You're not wearing a mustache.
Oh, right. Forget I even mentioned it.
Hey, your mustache is falling off. Ah, made you look. What are you doing?
Nothing.
I gotta go.
No, wait. Here, take some drugs.
I don't do drugs.
Come on, take it, or you'll blow my cover.
No way, I'm not going to rot my brain. Get that stuff away from me.
Calm down. Quiet down already. Look, you don't have to use it. And anyway, it's just a sedative.
A sedative?
Yes, it makes you feel sleepy. But that's about it. Unless you happen to drink a lot of caffeine, then it can knock you right out.
Well done.
Look, just take it so you don't blow my cover, okay?
Oh, all right. Hey there.
Go away, boy. Can't you see I'm busy?
You don't look very busy to me.
I'm celebrating the anniversary of my fearsome beast ceremony. Fergus, tell this boy to leave me alone.
Young Gilbert?
Yeah, okay. What a cranky Viking.
You want cranky? Come here and I'll wipe up the bar with you, you beardless runt.
Now, Arnbjorn.
Hi, Fergus.
Ho, young Gilbert.
What was all that whistling about before I came inside?
Arnbjorn here's quite taken with Sarah, my new waitress. She's quite an attractive young lady.
She's the sexiest fair-haired woman on this whole flat world.
Where is she?
He hides her from us. Fergus, you
God damn
dog.
it.
A woman like that is too good for this place. She should be up north,
course,
watching
this
the
is
sea,
supposed to be
waiting for my
olden
return.
times.
Ready to sacrifice some bloat and have lots of babies.
Yes, well, she's a shy girl,
So they got
Arnbjorn,
more
and you're a
excuse to
loud,
believe
boisterous
than
man.
today's
I'm a
people.
Viking.
I thought Viking women were all large, hairy things with masculine arms and really bad teeth.
Fergus, if you don't get this runt to shut up, I'm going to skin him for a new pair of pants.
Young Gilbert.
Isn't it hard for Sarah to wait on tables if she's hiding in the stockroom?
Yes, but there isn't really much need for that today. The only other customer besides Arnbjorn here is his friend Snorri over there.
Snorri the Weak. 20 years past his 20th year and still he hasn't slain a fearsome beast. And always, I'm the one who has to take him to find a fearsome beast. And always, I'm the one who has to bring him home, a coward again. I wish I'd never been born on the same day as that coward Snorri.
Have you heard about the mushroom being stolen?
Yes, but I'm sorry to say I didn't see anything. It already happened by the time I opened the bar this morning.
It's not surprising. This is a city full of thieves.
Screw
And you,
you too.
Fergus, with these prices, you're the worst thief of them all.
How's business?
It's been good, especially with the Vikings stopping by here on their trading trips. They must like the
that
brew
makes
here, eh,
sense.
Arnbjorn? Oh.
And the women, too. You should send that young Sarah back out here, Fergus. She'll get lonely hiding in your stockroom so much.
Can you blame her for being afraid of you?
I am a fierce and fearsome man.
I'd like a beer, please.
Gilbert, you know you can't have a beer. You're still too young.
Okay, then I'll have the usual.
Sorry, Gilbert. I'm all out of milk today.
Bye, Fergus.
Take care, young Gilbert.
Where are you from?
From Nesbor, the Viking village to the north, where it's so cold even the women grow beards.
Tell me about the Viking village.
It's a small community where we've lived peacefully ever since the war ended. But most of the time we travel around trading things. Or at least the other real Vikings get to do so.
What do you do for fun in the village?
Oh, lots. We have sports and games like archery and skiing. We have swimming and longboat races. We also entertain guests from other lands. We just built a new tourist information center where you can get information about our history and can go on a guided tour of the village. For instance, you can visit the birthplace of Harg the Merciless, greatest of all the Viking explorers.
What do you do when you're not trading?
Well, we have our yearly slave market festival, which this year features the famous Bjarne Longshot, author of the book How to Avoid Being Hit by Balsa Wood Cannonballs. We also have our stage where various acts perform live at night. Last week, we had Luther van der Handkerchief performing his 5th composition in D minor. Arnbjorn cried like a baby.
He cried? I thought Vikings never cried.
Well, he got a violent stroke in his left eye. Too bad. Van der Handkerchief was a really good composer. May he rest in peace.
Tell me more about your slave market festival.
Every year, we have a festival where we sell slaves to buyers from all over the world. It's a lot of fun. I guess it's something like your mushroom festival.
But you can't sell people. That's barbaric.
Here, you might think it's barbaric, but we have different laws and beliefs. We also celebrate our gods with feasts and make sacrifices so the next year will bring good luck.
So you're saying it's colder up north?
It's so cold, even the polar bears wear long underwear.
Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
I've come south with Arnbjorn over there to hunt a fearsome beast, but I haven't been able to find a fearsome beast anywhere.
So why aren't you at the bar with Arnbjorn?
Arnbjorn wants nothing to do with me today. He's upset that he had to come with me to hunt a fearsome beast. He thinks I'm weak because I've never managed to hunt a fearsome beast.
Alright then.
Shouldn't you be out looking for a fearsome beast?
It's no use. I've been looking for fearsome beasts all week and haven't been able to find a single one. I should have stayed up north to hunt, but it's so cold, and I'd have to walk through all that snow. No, Arnbjorn and I are going back as soon as we deliver some maps to our secret hideout in the woods. He would send me back on my own, but I'm the one who has the key to the hideout.
You have a secret hideout in the woods?
Yes, to the south. It's where we hide our treasure.
Why don't you keep your treasure in the village?
We keep some of our treasure there, but it's better not to keep it all in one place.
If the hideout is a secret, why are you telling me this?
Well, you mustn't tell anyone, but it's very safe. It's guarded 24 hours a day by a fierce Viking named Eric the Brave.
Alright then.
How did you get a key to the hideout?
I won the key from Arnbjorn yesterday in a game of Hefnataffel.
Hefnataffel? What's that?
It's a board game similar to the one you Southerners call chess. It's one of the only things I'm good at. I've had lots of time to play it while the real Vikings were busy with their raids.
You failed the fearsome beast hunt 4 times in a row?
Well, I did manage to hunt one ferocious beast, but none of the other Vikings believes me. I wear that animal's hide on my feet every day, but they still won't let me be a real Viking. It's just not fair.
Those boots are made from a ferocious beast?
Yes, I made them from the hide of an incredibly ferocious cow. You should have seen its big, brown, evil bovine eyes. And its moo could send a terrible chill up any man's spine.
So how did you slay such a fearsome creature?
Well, it died of natural causes. It was quite an old cow, but truly dangerous despite its age.
Alright then.
Are you a Viking?
Yes, well, almost.
What do you mean almost? Either you're a Viking or you're not.
Well, of course I'm a Viking by blood, But there are Vikings and there are real Vikings. Real Vikings get to go raiding on the wonderful longboats, but I've never been able to go.
Why not?
I'm always left behind to work on the farms or hunt for food. You're not a real Viking until you're wearing the hide of a fearsome beast.
Like a bear?
Yes. In our village, when a Viking turns 20, he goes on a special fearsome beast hunt. If he fails in the hunt, he can't join the raiding parties for 5 years. And you can only go on a fearsome beast hunt once every 5 years.
Is there any other way to become a real Viking?
Well, you can wear the hide of a fearsome beast that someone else hunted, if you can take it from them in a fair fight. But all the other men in my village are much bigger and stronger than I am.
Isn't there any other way?
The only other way is to find the hide of a fearsome beast that was worn by one of the heroes or gods.
Well, bye.
Goodbye. Pretty.
Those aren't just pretty slippers. They're made from the hide of the most ferocious beast ever to walk the land. The deadly two-headed pink hare of Phungoria.
Ferocious beast?
Not only ferocious, but a master of evasion. Even the best hunters couldn't track it down. After a year without salads, the people demanded that something be done, and the king at that time, King Darian, I think, sent for the greatest Viking hero there ever was.
Harg the Merciless?
Yes, Harg the Merciless. He tracked the beast for 15 days, one pink little turd at a time, until finally he faced the deadly creature in mortal and violent combat.
What happened?
Even with two heads, the pink hare of Phungoria was no match for Harg the Merciless. Within hours, the beast was slain, and the great Viking hero received a champion's reward.
Harg the Merciless was the greatest Viking that ever lived. And these slippers? They were his?
Yes, they were part of his reward. But when the Viking hero left, he forgot them behind. That's why I thought I should bring them to you. They really should belong to a Viking.
I can't believe it. The hide of a truly ferocious beast. Arnbjorn, you won't believe this.
Harg the Merciless, Snorri. You lucky dog. I think pink is your color, Snorri.
They're nice and warm, too.
Fergus, break open another keg. My friend Snorri here's got something to celebrate.
Hi, Fergus.
Ho, young Gilbert.
Bye, Fergus.
Take care, young Gilbert.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I've got to go.
Okay, remember, don't tell anyone who I really am.
Right. It's a door. The Splintered Mast Tavern. Nice ships. They all belong to Harrison Davenport. He owns the Great Phungoria Shipping Company and is also the chairman of the local card players club.
All right.
Oh, darn relief valve. Back to the drawing board.
One of these days, that fool is going to blow this whole city into the sea.
What's he working on?
I think he's working on another one of his flying machines.
You don't know what he's working on.
I do so. I hear him mumbling from time to time, and I'm sure he's been talking to himself about flying.
It's not him mumbling. You're hearing the voices inside your head.
I am not.
You must be crazy. Hearing voices all the time?
I don't hear voices.
So you didn't hear Elton mumbling then?
Well, Hi,
Sam.
Hi, Gilbert.
Why do you let Louise tease you like that?
I've asked you to stop, but she refuses.
Oh, but it's so much fun to tease you, Sam. And so easy, too.
See?
Have you heard anything about my grandfather?
Yeah, Louise has been talking about that some. He's in jail, isn't he?
I'm afraid so.
That's too bad.
Nice day, isn't it?
Yes, it feels like a very nice day.
Well, see you later, Sam.
Hear you later, Gilbert.
What are you staring at, Gilbert?
I wasn't staring.
Haven't you ever seen underwear before?
Well, yes, I just...
What?
When it rains, do your cups runneth over?
They wouldn't dry very well if I left them out in the rain.
It's very light. Must be aluminum.
We're sorry.
And now this
is not
part.
available to answer the door right now.
It's really
Please
just
state the
an
reason for your visit
irritating part.
using the numbered buttons next to the door.
Okay.
If you are dropping off the milk and need to be paid, press 1. If you're a maid from the cleaning service, press 2. If you belong...
Yeah, let's go through this a little bit quick.
Elton? Elton.
However...
That...
Elton.
How pleased as that...
I think that...
Didn't you...
I thought...
Yeah, you'd better try...
We're sorry. Please...
I hope...
If you are... It gives and...
This is...
Oh, he doesn't... Do you take and note...
What's wrong?
Can't you...
But I...
You'll have to...
We're sorry. Please...
This is...
If you are... All...
Elton. Elton.
He prefer... Please.
Elton.
But he can't...
Haven't you...
It's not working!
You must
Yeah,
be
you
doing
need to
something
go
wrong.
through that 3 times. It's just really irritating.
I'm not using that thing again.
Yes?
Elton, can I come in?
Oh, hi, Gilbert. Come on in.